Hey, what is up, guys? I hope y'all can hear me kind of good. I'm actually out at the park with my son right now, just hanging out, let him have some energy, have some fun. I mean, it's kind of cold, but it's a good day. We're going to take a different, route today. We're going to not do a chapter from Romans today, but we're actually going to talk about something that's kind of been going on. We're actually going to be talking about how Jesus is just in control, right? We're just doing one of these power minute things right here, right? I know there's not going to be a minute, but we'll see what happens. But pretty much what we're going to talk about is Matthew 8, 23 through 27. It's where Jesus calms the storm, and pretty much what happens is Jesus goes down and he goes to sleep in the bottom of the boat, and it starts getting crazy and wild, and the disciples that are with him, they start fearing for their lives and everything, and then so they run down to Jesus and they wake him up, and they're just like, Jesus, save me, save us. We don't know what to do. The storm is crazy. The storm is hectic. The storm is going wild, and we're gonna die. Essentially, is what they're saying. And of course, Jesus gets up, all cool, like, hey, come, guys, I was sleeping, no. But he's like, guys, y'all, you have little faith, man. Like, and then all of a sudden, boom, he tells everything stops, and it stops. Okay, and the reason why I wanted to bring this up today is because actually we just went through some stuff with our daughter, and she pretty much for a couple days she ran about 103, 104 fever, and me and my wife, we were kind of freaking out and weird. She got diagnosed with the double ear infection, and then that night, the second night, she ended up having it again. Well, still had the 103, which is the second night or the second day she had is the day that we took her to the doctor. And that night, on the second night, she went up to 104, and she stopped eating, and she wasn't really using, having wet diapers, stuff like that. So, we started freaking out. And yeah, we prayed, but we didn't really trust in God. We didn't really trust in Jesus and trust in the advice of the doctor that, God blessed us with to be able to see that day. And, and so, we ended up rushing to the emergency room. We'll come to find out, she looked, in that morning, even the nurses and my mom and Delilah, she looked really bad, and we were really worried because she just wasn't her. She looked really bad. Like I said, she looked good. She looked bad, and she was running 104 fever, not eating, not having a white diaper. She was shaking. She was having a hard time breathing and everything. So we called people and we asked people to pray and all the way there, and sure enough, the doctor checked her out. Even the nurses were kind of like, and even the doctor said, oh, there might be this or that, I hear a little bit of this and that. So they went and get the test, and then the test came back, right? We're like, okay, doctor, what is it, other than maybe the double ear infection? And well, it came back and everything was clear. Yeah, she still had a little bit of an ear infection, but she was perfectly fine. She literally made a 360. She went from being back to her crazy self, and it was a God thing. It was a Jesus thing, and it's the same thing as, we finally settled down and humbled ourselves, and we prayed, and we had other people praying for us, and because of that faith that we had in Jesus, because of he healed her. He did. He healed her, because there was something more wrong than that double infection. There was. And he healed her. And that's just what I want to talk about. There were storms in life. We start to get worried, and we start to try and take things in our own hands and do what we think we should do, and what's going to be better for us, right? But in reality, we actually need to turn to Jesus, because Jesus is going to be the one to set us in the right way and to set us in the right direction. And that's what this is all about. And during your storms of life, never turn away from Jesus. Always turn to Jesus, because just like on that boat, and he told the storm to go away and the clouds to go away, it stopped, but because of Jesus, all right? And that's what I wanted to say today. That's our Power Minute. Next week, we'll start back with our Romans, but that's just something I felt like I should say. Just trust in Jesus, because Jesus is going to handle everything. He's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords for a reason, all right? With that, have a good week, and just trust in Jesus, all right? With that, peace out.